Visiting the scariest places on Earth might not sound like a great use of your PTO at first, but hear us out. Many things that are terrifying at first glance often lead to some of the most fascinating, downright beautiful corners of the planet. We're talking limestone caves as tall as cathedrals, eternally burning pits in the middle of the desert, and marine lakes filled with millions of golden jellyfish. And if you're looking for straight-up creepiness, don't worry, there are places just for you, too. Hello, churches made entirely out of human bones. Our planet certainly has its fair share of terrifying and mysterious places, just waiting for the next morbidly inclined traveler to come visit. From Italy to Antarctica, these are some of the scariest places on Earth. Have you started packing your bags yet? North Yungas Road, Bolivia. The path from La Paz to Coroico, Bolivia, is a treacherous one. The North Yungas Road weaves precariously through the Amazon rainforest at a height of more than 15,000 feet. When you consider that frightening elevation, not to mention the 12-foot wide single lane, lack of guardrails, and limited visibility due to rain and fog, it's easy to see why this 50-mile stretch of highway has earned the nickname, the Death Road. While the North Yungas Road used to see some 200 to 300 annual deaths, it has now become more of a destination for adventurous mountain bikers than a vehicular thoroughfare. Nagoro, Japan. Nagoro is a tiny Japanese village with one very notable feature, a life-sized doll population that outnumbers the human population nearly 10:1. The toy residents are the work of local Tsukimi Ayano, who began making doll replicas of her neighbors after they died or moved away. The eerie doppelgangers can be seen in various positions across the town, fishermen sitting on the riverbank, students filling entire classrooms, elderly couples resting on benches outside of buildings. There are now around 350 dolls and 27 breathing humans. The youngest is over the age of 50, in Nagoro, making it a quirky and somewhat terrifying toyland. Hill of Crosses, Lithuania. People have been placing crosses on this hill in northern Lithuania since the 14th century. Throughout the medieval period, the crosses originally expressed a desire for Lithuanian independence. Then, after a peasant uprising in 1831, people began adding to the site in remembrance of dead rebels. The hill became a place of defiance once again during Soviet occupation from 1944 to 1991. The hill and crosses were bulldozed by the Soviets 3 times, but locals kept rebuilding it. There are now more than 100,000 crosses crowded there, clashing together in the breeze like eerie wind chimes. Island of the Dolls, Mexico. Despite its history and status as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Xochimilco is primarily known for its Isla de las Muñecas, or Island of the Dolls. Hidden among the borough's many canals, the tiny island is famous for the hundreds of dolls, and doll parts, hanging from trees and scattered among the grass. Although it looks more like a horror movie set than anything else, the Chinampa, akin to an artificial island, used to be the actual residence of a now-deceased man named Julian Santa Barrera. After finding a dead girl's body in a nearby canal, Barrera collected and displayed the toys in the hopes of warding off evil spirits. Daring souls can hire their own boat, try to convince the driver to pay the island a visit, and view the dolls safely from the water. Centralia, Pennsylvania. From the late 1800s to the 1960s, Centralia was a quaint but bustling town in Pennsylvania, thanks to its prosperous coal mines. However, when a mine mysteriously caught fire in 1962, the flames began to spread underground via the interconnecting tunnels. Although the citizens were aware of the situation, they weren't truly troubled until two isolated incidents some years later: a gas station owner reporting abnormally high gasoline temperatures in his underground tanks in 1979, and a young boy nearly falling into a 150-foot deep sinkhole in his backyard in 1981. Since those disturbing occurrences, the town's population decreased sharply. As of 2021, only 4 residents remain, although Centralia seems like a complete ghost town upon visiting. If you ever find yourself in the deserted city, you'll find many torn-down buildings, crumbled sidewalks, and the cracked, graffiti-filled Route 61. And just in case you forgot why the town is deserted, you can occasionally see smoke billowing out from the subterranean fires, which scientists estimate will continue to burn for another 250 years.